And off we go from Las Vegas. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He gets this to Davante Adams.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do.
Touchdown, Raiders! Davante Adams, 46 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Wait for this.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third.
Oh, snap. Okay, that was good right there.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Yeah, he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Reed Blankenship is back deep to return it. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 21, here's second down and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Hurts. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now a give right side Swift.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
He'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime.
And even 40 yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Now they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It's certainly a quarterback who has the arm. He also has the legs, Charles.
And haven't we seen over time these quarterbacks just get more and more athletic as they go along? We're not just talking about guys who can throw the football and stay in the pocket, but when they run, they hurt a defense.
Yeah, he hurt the defense right there.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Steps away to his left. And it's caught on the deflection.
Oh my God.
He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Garoppolo looks to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. But first down, Hurts. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. All the option left, it's Hurts. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will see. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 29 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Smith catches left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here's 1st down. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Swift. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact going on in that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped down, began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost him 6 points. Now,
and that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here comes 2nd down.
to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Hurts. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking
Yo, who doesn't go, baby? Oh, hell no, you got robbed.
Chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about this?
Say so long from Las Vegas.
That nigga was on fire though, boy. That nigga was on fire. Devontae Adams is getting it in, bro. Devontae Adams was getting it in. Devontae Adams was getting it in like it wasn't nothing else to get it.
No one does work because we're standing on your will. Every form of evil that is set against us, shall not prosper. But those that seek and hunger for righteousness shall be filled. So we pray this right now, Lord, that we just want to see this country right. We want to see American and the next generations to know that we stood here today so that they can be free. We ask that you guide our steps, you guide our thoughts, you guide our words. Knowing that, Lord, through your righteousness becomes victory, Father. And we honor you by standing up and having will in the hunger for righteousness. In Jesus' name.
I think the violence from slavery to Jim Crow to what's happening today is a manifestation of our history that has not really, in some way, really been dealt with in a way to heal this separation that's caused by slavery. Because the relationship between black and whites in the South especially came out of separation instead of unification. And I think that's what we're still dealing with today. Do we see each other as human beings, or do we see each other still by skin color? And the violence comes from the perception of how we look at each other. You know what I mean? Why should I, as a black man, be seen as a threat just because of the color of my skin? But that's not necessarily the color of my skin, it's the history behind that makes all the difference in the world. And that's how lynching was created to keep blacks in their place. Lynching that took place is when the mob of the people decided they were the judge, jury, and commission. You know, if race didn't matter, I don't think it would have happened. If you didn't have slavery or what it is, right, in Jim Crow, you wouldn't. To me, it wouldn't really matter. But I know race always plays a factor. Over 4,000 lynchings. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of death. But each individual that have died, men and women and children, left somebody that's still here generations later. What are they grabbing?
I did not know that people were mean enough to want to kill a whole family, including children. There were people that hated Daddy because he was black and he wanted black folks to vote. They came that night, a group of cowards, to kill the whole family.
On January the 10th, around 2 o'clock that morning before they came in and gave us, and you could see fire coming in through the living room. And I yelled for him to get up. I believe they got us this time. And they did have us this time.
My daddy was shooting out of the window in his bedroom across the garage. When she turned around to get me, I was alone where she had left me. I had gone to where my daddy was to see who he was shooting at. As she went away from the window came down and closed, and she could not open it back up. She had to take her shoulder and physically knock the window out.
I hit the window so hard on my shoulder that I fell on out with the sash. And the next thing, Vernon was handing Betty out the window to me.
And we were able to escape. I thought that we were all going to die in the house. I thought we were going to get burned up in the house. That night, we just simply went across the field because it's always been a garden. There was a road that ran through here to this barn, and this is where we sought refuge to get out of the light that night as the store burned and the house burned. My dad and I sat together, and I was crying, and because I was in excruciating pain because of the burns that I had received. But Daddy was there beside me, and he never complained. He never said anything. Even though the skin on him was literally hanging off like a sheet of paper, he never complained. I hated all white people. Once I found out what happened, my mother, being the person that she is, explained to me that all white people didn't do this.
They made a decision just before he died, but they would have to let 18 people who had tried to register vote would not have to come back to the courthouse to try to register again. They would have to send them their voter registration card. His came in the mail after we buried him. We were just sad because he never would vote. Melbourne Museum. I did pretty good. So I got to, when we finally got to the bullet in that truck, it brought to me back what happened that night. I felt hurt, but America would let this happen to you. Because America could have stopped it. If you can go to foreign countries and help those countries, you certainly could have stopped the plan in Mississippi if they had wanted to. They didn't see the need to stop it.
Klan was still all over us. They're all over the South, some, but they're small numbers, many of them. And they have no kind of influence on nobody. And they're afraid of the tactics, but no, we're not going to turn those men with my brother. He was heavy in ACP. He was killed by one of them crazy racist white men who thought he stopped the movement. And he just inspired him. See, when white people do that, the more you kill one, the better it made the movie for us. This driveway. When I came in that man, my house, people, what y'all got in my house? How about my house? Said, y'all, they shot at me. But they can't kill him, we don't die. No, y'all, he's dead. And when I went in there, murder was sitting there crying, his wife. I said, Mary, don't cry, man. I said, I'm going to get even. So y'all know. I said, yes, man. I'm going to get even on all you crazy kids. Next day, I was in the mental office. The victor like back walked to that door. Get the way out of there. Get covered for the rest of both of them. I realized he didn't want to answer. And that's what the team did. So everything what he was doing, aggravated, take a lot of folks man. Fighting to get black folk equal to everyone else. Independently, financially, and every way. And I began to do that. I won't let the hell be forgotten. What he did, how he made us get to where we are today because of his effort. They were not trying. It's going to take time to get the hate out. You don't hate people because of colors. This is a segregated country, period. Black over here, white over here, period. America only, America ever owed us, right? I don't know what that will happen. I think we come when we accept it. Being equal, we're not equal nowhere.
Ain't no fucking way in hell.
The Klan influences are still present today. We're talking about legacies. All legacies are good and bad, but legacies are far-reaching. America still has not faced up to its racism and repudiated it once and for all. People are understanding that the climate in America now must be challenged if we are to have peace from within.
The Ku Klux Klan was right there in my backyard. I was born into a family that was very dysfunctional, alcoholic father that was very violent. He would take, come in drunken rage and take a butcher knife and cut your mattresses up, all the mattresses in the house. Tear up furniture and would be the furniture left standing upright. And I grew up, actually with no self-esteem. I was angry, didn't like myself, didn't like anyone else. And I was looking for something to fit into another family. I went to a Klan rally in Tupelo, Mississippi. The Imperial Wizard was there, different leaders. And that's when a lot of them put their arm around me and said, we'll take you to take care of you. You had a hard life. I fell for it, looked blind and singer. See, they think they're sanctified by God to commit these acts of violence in anything they do. So it was after I got in that I kind of found out. But from the time I joined, I got immediate feeling of importance. Then I had twin boys, and one of the twin boys was starting to pick up on what I was doing, following in my footsteps. he was influenced by me. I would criticize him if he talked about bringing a friend home from school that was black or Mexican or anything that, you know.
Bitch, ain't no Mexican. Bitch, where the fuck you at with a fucking Mexican? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
It was wrong, you know. Three options. When they join the clan, they maybe come to their senses and back out before it gets too deep. 2, they can go to jail. And that happens a lot. 3, they end up dead.
I see white supremacy raising itself up. I think we're dealing with a lot of things from the past that's starting to come to the surface, like what happened in Charlottesville. And that, to me, is something that we can ignore. It doesn't go away. It's in your bones. You know, people feel that in many ways. Some people left because of it. But people who have to still live here have to grapple with that. And people want some healing. They want some freedom. Heal at the time. We don't want to repeat that history all over again. We want to change the tapestry of this country, to me, in a way that frees people from this wound, this shackle that's still with us. You can never forget what we drove up on. We drove up on a body that had the left shoulder and the head missing. You could see where
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gon' do. If you gon' build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah, I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units and the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh, so let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sick of it. Tired for it and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it,